Time now for business. Currently, there is a luxury tax of 20% and an additional 12.5% VAT on sanitary pads, according to groups advocating for the removal of the 12.5% VAT and the 20% import tax on sanitary pads. The taxes have caused an increase in prices of pads. However, the Association of Ghana Industries is advocating for support for the local pad manufacturers to produce cheaper and quality pads rather than the removal of taxes.
The Ghana Revenue Authority classifies menstrual hygiene products as finished goods and are therefore subject to import tax. This has made the pads quite expensive and inaccessible to many women, especially those in the deprived communities of Ghana. Campaigners in Ghana have been advocates for the removal of taxes and import duties on the menstrual products to ensure its accessibility and help improve the menstrual health of women. However, the Chief Executive of the Association of Ghana Industries thinks otherwise. According to him, local pad manufacturers should be supported technically and financially to produce the pads at a cheaper price than the influx of the foreign ones.
Today, most of the companies that are producing this sanitary pad, they are struggling. They are struggling because of the unfair competition. Some of these products are smuggled in, the quality is not so good, and the price is already quite low. So if you remove the import duties, we are virtually collapsing the local industries. Indeed, one of the major producers, which everybody knows, I don't want to be mentioning their name as if I'm doing advert for them, but I mean everybody knows Fates, for example, the company that they are producing below 30% capacity. So that makes it a very, very difficult situation for them. And you need to pep up such companies to increase production volumes and then employ our people. If you call for a reduction or a removal of import duties on the imported products, what it means is that you're actually killing these companies completely.
So that is the position of the Association of Ghana Industries. They are rather calling on government to support local industries so they can produce quality sanitary pads that will be affordable for all. And one company that was mentioned by the Chief Executive was Faye International, which is currently producing below 30% their capacity. This is Janine Heg Ali, the Managing Director of Faye International, a Ghanaian-owned manufacturer of sanitary towels. For Jenny, the company since its inception in 1980 has advocated for the accessibility of sanitary towels to women all over the country. This, she says, have been done through their delivery of free sanitary towels to communities for 43 years. According to her, the removal of the import duties on sanitary pads would lead to the collapse of local manufacturers and the loss of jobs.
To have the opportunity for all girls to be able to afford sanitary pads. But when you only look at imported sanitary pads and omit to look at the situation of manufacturers, local manufacturers who are highly compliant, what you're doing is then looking to cripple local industry. So I think that it is a poignant issue. It needs to be addressed, but I think we need to sit critically and make the right decision for the girls, for the end users, which is priority, which is key, but also to look at not crippling local industry.
She calls for a fair competition on the sanitary pads market so that Ghana does not become a dumping ground for cheap foreign sanitary pads.
For lots of sanitary pads that come into the system, not all of them get regulated. Some come through the porous borders. We've even seen expired sanitary pads in the market, and that's not to knock any of the regulatory bodies, it's just a state fact.
Out of the 30.8 million population in Ghana, 51% are women, so the call to have access to sanitary pads at an affordable price is in order. However, the AGI and Jenny say local industries have the capacity to produce quality sanitary pads to meet the demand, and what is required now is for government to put in place measures to support them and make them competitive on the market.